Okay, hello there. I'm Zach Fontenot, and I'm going to give you a presentation of our Burp Suite. I worked on this presentation along with Logan Markham and Logan Fawcett under Dr. Lehrfeld in his Ethical Hacking course, ETSU. So Burp Suite is a suite of cybersecurity tools that can be used for penetration testing. It's a commercial application, but there are free versions like this one right here. So we'll be using this free version of Burp Suite to intercept packets and alter their data from this chat support system. So the chat support system on the left here is a Node.js web application that will allow for users to log in, and it will send that login information through a GET or HTTP post to a backend database. So that is what we'll be intercepting and altering, that HTTP post. So before we can get started intercepting, you will need to configure your browser. So I've already done this with Mozilla Firefox, and there's a link in the description of how to do that with whatever browser you might be using. Okay, so just to show how interception works, so I just refreshed the page and it processed as normal. So now I'll turn intercept on and you can see how the behavior changes. So when I intercept, you can see the page does not actually reload because we've captured the HTTP GET request. So if we wanted to, we can alter any details about this, but I'll just forward it along for now. Okay, and as you can see, the page reloaded as normal. So now what we'll try to do is use that same process to try to log into an account. So let's say that we know that there is an admin account, but we don't know the password to it. So I'll enter a placeholder password for now. We don't know what the password is, but this one's probably wrong, 1234. We know that admin will resolve to true once the database queries for admin. The password, however, will probably not. So then let's make sure that this evaluates to true. So I'll delete this right here and insert this string. So this first string, what it means is if the value is greater than nothing. So of course, if you evaluate something greater than an empty string, it's going to return true. So using that information, I'm going to forward that request. As you can see, it's now getting the login home page. So it looks like that was successful, and we are logged in as admin. It says hello admin. So this is a tool you can use to intercept and change the JSON file that is sent as a parameter to the database and form the database query however you want. So let's say now that we have the admin username and we know that we have access to account, but maybe admin does not have all the privileges that we want. Maybe there's a higher level that has more privileges. So I will log out and go to the next login. Okay. So here I will turn intercept on and enter whatever username and password. I'm actually not sure what the password is for the next user. So as you can see, the input format is a little different this time. It's using a different type of parser. So I now will insert something else. So this string right here has a username and password that will both evaluate to true, but in a different way than the last example we saw. In the last example, admin evaluated to true because it was an actual username. In this case, you can see that if the, and I'll change this to admin. In this case, if the username is greater than admin and the password greater than nothing, then we will log in. So a username greater than admin would be the very next username in line that is greater than the admin username. So that will just get the very next username. So now I'm going to try to forward this, and as you can see, we got a login page again. So forward, and now we are logged in and it says hello Mike. So now we've logged in as Mike. So using this, we can chain these together and enumerate different users and eventually enumerate all the users and see who has the highest privilege. So to demonstrate that, I'll just log out and see who the next user is. So once again, I'm going to just turn intercept on and type in any username password combination. So now, again, I'm going to paste that string. And this time we actually do have Mike here, so that was the next username. So let's find who is next in line. So again, we logged in successfully, and now we are Peter. So we found the admin's username, we found their login information, we found Mike's and Peter's. If we kept on going, we could eventually enumerate everybody's username and password, and then access the account with the highest privileges. So this is Burp Suite's proxy and NoSQL injection attack in a nutshell. I hope you learned something from that. Obviously, prevention would come in the form of cleansing your input fields, which could be easily done. This application had quite poor cleansing. So thank you for tuning in. I'm Zach Fonseneau. My team is Logan Foss and Logan Markham, and this is for Dr. Lehrfeld's ethical hacking course. Thank you.